What's up, shifters? Welcome back to Shifting Lanes. And if you've noticed, this is Shifting Lanes 2. This is a brand new channel where we are going to bring you a ton of cool new content on our personal cars, as well as some stuff that you guys have never seen before in the automotive world. And I promise that you're going to love it. So what are we going to show you today? Why am I standing in this random park? Well, I'm going to show you this. This is my 2016 Volvo V60 Polestar, and it's quite honestly one of the coolest Volvos, if not the coolest Volvo ever made. Today I'm going to introduce you to the car, give you some really cool stats about it, tell you what it is, why I love it, why I bought it, why it's my daily driver, and I think you're really going to enjoy it and the cool content that we're going to make on it. So without further ado, I'm going to spin the camera around and show you why this car is so special. Now, as you can see around, it is really snowy and it's the winter here in New Jersey, and it's really 24 degrees outside and it's super cold, but I'm out here bringing you guys the good content because I missed vlogging for you guys. So I'm so excited to bring this and be back vlogging for you. So a couple of really cool things about this car. These are not the normal wheels. I'll throw up a picture of what this thing looks like in the summer when it's not dirty and disgusting. This thing actually came with 20-inch wheels from factory, which is pretty absurd, especially from Volvo, who is a company that's known for safety and not outrageous cars. But like I said, this is a 2016 Polestar. These are the winter wheels. These are 19s. It came with 20s and summer tires because this is tuned by Polestar. Polestar was Volvo's racing division before Polestar kind of became their electric vehicles hub of developing cool new EVs. So that's what they're doing now. But before, they made awesome cars like this. And this was basically a racing team, which is what Volvo brought Polestar on to be their M division or their AMG division before they went off and did the EV stuff. So this was tuned by Polestar, and they went over this whole thing with a fine-tooth comb to make it way more cool and exciting and interesting and faster than your sporty version of this V60, which is usually called the R design. So here are a couple of really cool facts about this particular car. So what Volvo did was they gave it to Polestar, and the engineers made more than 50 changes to this thing to increase its performance. And a couple of those things are Eibach coilover springs that are wrapped around Öhlins dual flow valve shocks that are actually 80% stiffer than the R design version of this car. They also dropped the ride height just a little bit, and all of this is manually adjustable by turning a knob on the shock body. They also put on stiffer bushings and mounts, which beef up the control arm part of the suspension, and they also put a carbon fiber strut bar and 15% stiffer front and rear anti-roll bars. So this thing, just based on that, is a much better handling car than the R design off the bat. And I've driven both of these and it's really apparent to see. Also, they gave it these really cool huge Brembo brakes up front, which have the cool Polestar graphic on them, which is really nice. It's normal brakes out back, nothing crazy, but you can see in there, it does say Brembo. So there are Brembo pads and everything all the way around. These brakes just aren't as enormous up front, or as the ones up front. And if you want to pop the hood, that's where a lot of this magic sort of happens, because this is really Volvo's last true performance engine. And I say that because this is a transverse mounted inline 6-cylinder engine producing 345 horsepower and 367 pound-feet of torque. And like I said, you can see up here, here's the carbon fiber strut bar. And this is real carbon fiber. This is not like just hydro dipped or anything. Of course, it's Polestar, it's gonna be real carbon fiber, but this is it. This is where the magic happens. This is Volvo's last true performance engine. Now, they made other versions of this in 2017 to 2018, which have the new 4-cylinder engine, which has the really cool turbocharged and supercharged version, and it actually had more horsepower. I believe that put out about 362, but torque was down to about 347. So basically the horsepower and torque figures numbers almost swapped with the 4-cylinder engine. Now, I say that because the 4-cylinder, I actually have that engine in my personal Volvo XC90, which is also turbo and supercharged, but it's not the same sort of power output as this or the other Polestar engines. And it's a cool engine, but it's just not the same. And all the 4-cylinder people, I'm sure, are gonna get on me about that. And I've driven that version of it, and it's fast and it's cool, and it's definitely a better performing engine than this out of the box. However, this thing is just way more special. This is the last 6-cylinder engine that Volvo ever made and will ever produce, because they're going all EV. So this is the end of the line. This is the last true, real performance Volvo wagon that will ever be made. And that's why it's so special to me personally, because I love performance Volvos. And if you hop inside, you can see some other cool stuff that's more Polestar-y. We've got the blue accent stitching, which matches the logo. We've got it there on the wheel as well, and the Polestar logo here on the shift knob. This is an automatic, yes, I know, no manual, but I'll be talking about that later. The seats are absolutely glorious. These are some of the most comfortable seats I've ever sat in. They may be the most comfortable seats I've ever sat in. You have this beautiful suede Alcantara in the middle. I believe Volvo calls this nubuck, I think. You can also see my awesome down coat leaving feathers all over the place, but you also see this Polestar embossed logo here in the seat. You have that in both of them, and that's pretty much it. You got these trimmings. You also have this really cool sort of carbon fiber in here, and there's also Alcantara on the inside of the steering wheel. Other than that, there's not a lot to tell you. This is a Polestar, to be quite honest, and I like that. It's a little stealthy. I especially love it in black, which is a little stealthy. You may have seen these badges on here. I got them to match. This is from a cool company called Swedish Boost Mafia, and I know the guys over there. Not a sponsor, they just make really cool logos, and I love this moose logo, and it matches sort of the motif of this car, you know, with little accents, little blue accents sort of all over the place. And if you come around back, you can also see the Polestar badge right here. Very cool. And that's it. There's not a ton here. Another actually small little touch here, you have Polestar on the exhaust, which is nice. Now, what else makes this car special? Well, all of the handling upgrades, the power of it, but especially the rarity. These things are stupid rare. Now, the 2015 and 2016s, let's talk about those first. For the US, they only brought 80 of the V60s for 2015 and 40 of the S60s, so there are even more wagons, which is really cool. For 2016, 165. So this is a 1 of 165 model for this particular year, and that's it. This is even rarer than the Volvo V70Rs, the 855Rs, and pretty much any special Volvo before this. This is the single rarest version of a Volvo wagon that you can pretty much buy. If that's incorrect, Volvo people, please leave it in the comments, but I believe that the V60 Polestars in the P3 generation, which is this, rarest Volvos you can possibly humanly get. So hopping inside, because it's literally freezing out, my hands are so cold, but the nice thing about this car inside is that it's so comfortable and I love it. It's got a heated steering wheel, heated seats, lots of amenities, because even though this thing is performance oriented, it's still supposed to be a luxury car, and it really is in here. It's nice enough that you really want to get back in, but it's not over the top, and it doesn't really hit you in the face with luxury, because a lot of these luxury sport wagons or luxury sports cars, people don't want to drive them so much because they're not really approachable in that manner. And that's part of the reason why I really like this car. It's super approachable. You want to just drive the nuts off of it constantly, and it rewards you by doing so. It's really nice, and it really gives you that nice feedback of a car that sort of wants to be pushed more. So one other reason why I got this car is because of that engine, and I can't leave you guys without a little bit of rev and some accelerations. So this is what it sounds like, and this, keep in mind, this is stock. So yeah, this thing absolutely rips. A couple of performance figures: 0 to 60 in 4.9 seconds or 5 seconds flat, which is really fast. It does a quarter mile in 13.5 at 102 miles an hour. So out of the box, this thing is a pretty capable straight line performer. Obviously, it handles well with all of the upgrades. It is a bit heavy. It's over 3,800 pounds, but that's because of Volvo safety and all of the good stuff that you want in a Volvo or a car to keep you safe. And trust me, 0 to 60 in 5 seconds is not slow, even by modern standards. You know, there's a ton of people that are like, it has to be 4 or 3 or 2 seconds. But you know what? Honestly, this is really all you need. And of course, I'm going to be doing modifications to this car. So I want to do a tune, intake manifold, downpipe, and a lot of other performance stuff to make this thing faster to, you know, perform at the strip and on track, because I want to take this thing to those places and bring you cool videos like that, of course. So is that it for this video? No, I have one more really special announcement, and thank you if you've watched this far into the video. Not only are we going to be doing videos on this car on this channel, but we're also on our Facebook page going to be doing a live stream. So if you're not liked or followed on the Facebook page, please go follow that, because starting February 7th, we are going to be bringing you weekly live streams with myself, Chad, and Hanson about car news, what's going on with our builds, what's going on with the channels, what's going on in the car world with other people's builds and other people's channels, and we want to talk to you. Part of this channel is engaging with you guys more than ever, and that's one of our goals in 2022. So if you want to engage with us and talk to us, head over to our Facebook page, because we're going to be doing a live stream forever from February 7th on, every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you guys like that and it's successful, we'll do more live streaming, talk about more cars, maybe even have guests on of our cool friends that we know throughout the car community, from OEMs and manufacturers to big time YouTubers that you guys may know and love. So please go over there, give us a follow, and I don't think you're going to be disappointed with what we've got in store for you. So I will end my giddiness there, because I'm so excited to be bringing you guys more videos on this car, on this new channel, on our original main channel, and on Facebook. We are truly taking a multi-channel approach this year, because we want to engage with you more than ever. That's our goal here in 2022, is to be not just people that talk at you in these videos, but also talk with you. I really want to be able to bring you guys cool content and bring you along for the ride more than ever, because I think that that is going to make you guys really more interested in what we do, but also us interested in making these videos for you. So if you want to see any of that, give us a follow, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and I will see you in the next video on this, which should be out next week. Thanks so much for watching. My name is Gregson, and I'll catch you next time. See ya!